Thanks so much, Frankie. Well, construction and warmer temps are contributing to rat population growth in the GTA. Say it ain't so, it's true. Today we're going to chat with the pest control expert here on what you can do to deal with the infestation. We welcome back from GreenLeaf Pest Control, Daniel Mackie. Let's talk about this. First of all, what are the contributing factors to this increase in the population? Warm weather and construction, but how does that work?
Well, really, so 3 years ago we had this freezing cold weather and these frost quakes, and everyone's saying, well, the warmer weather. Well, yes, the warmer weather contributes, but sort of indirectly. So right now, if you look outside, a lot of the trees are bountiful with fruit and seeds, and so all this falls down on the ground and it creates a lot of natural food. And so rats need food, water, and shelter, and so there's ample water, especially this year, with all this rain, and now Mother Nature's producing a lot of food for these rats.
They're thriving.
And shelter, well, if you look at the construction and the age of Toronto, there's lots of holes, lots of crevices, so the rats are moving in.
So when they undergo construction, they break ground, they need a new place to live because they're breaking up the nests,
yeah.
And so they go towards homes.
Exactly, to a certain degree, you're shaking them up, you're removing an established sort of territory, and now they're spilling over into someone else's neighborhood.
Okay, so how do you know if you have a rat infestation in your home? How do you know they're in there?
Well, in your home, you'll see typically, because they're nocturnal, you may not see them initially, but if there's pieces of fruit being bitten or disappearing, or the poop, they defecate and they poop and it looks like little olive pits, so now you come out and, hey, I haven't eaten olives and there's all these little olive pits around. Well, chances are it could be mice and rats.
And they don't need a lot of room to get in despite their size. They can squish their bodies. They're quite malleable. So how much of a space or crack do they need to get in?
So your best inspection tool is really your thumb. So for a rat, if you can fit your thumb, so almost the size of a quarter, if that fits in the hole, well then that's how big of a space they need. So as you're doing your inspection outside your house, trying to figure out how did these guys get in, you take your thumb and you go around, and if your thumb fits in, then it's time to seal up those holes.
Okay, so you have actually a great home remedy this morning. You're like, what do I have that would be able or be suitable if I want to handle it myself? Yep. So you have a pill and you have the, like, it's the size, it's just larger, I'd say a golf ball maybe?
Yeah,
size?
so all I really did is I looked around my garage and I said, if I have rats, how am I going to fix this problem with the tools that I have available? So I took just a regular pail that we used for paint, not my grandfather's, not my nonno's wine-making pail, because I'd get in trouble. But I took this pail and I just really drilled just a 1-inch hole in here. Okay. So then what you do is you would set the rat trap on the ground, and then you would put the pail over top.
And you said you could put a piece of pepperoni or tomato or peanut butter.
Exactly. Tomatoes work really well, so now all of a sudden you have this little hole. The beauty of this is that you're not setting the trap outside where a cat can come by and maybe get caught, or a squirrel or something else. The hole is very specific to the rat, and the rat feels comfortable in here. It's being covered and being sheltered. So now the rat goes in, and if you catch it, then you can easily just dispose of it.
Okay. Now, if people are concerned, they can call a service like yours to make sure their house is rat-proof.
Absolutely.
If not, you said just do the thumb test and make sure you seal up those holes yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Something as simple as a little bit of wire or even some steel wool, you can shove it in the holes. Perfect. At least it gets you till the point where a professional can come and give you a hand.
Okay, great tips as always. Thank you so much. For more information, everybody, pestcontrol.com or at GreenLeaf Pest CA on Twitter for any questions for Daniel. Always so good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.